Let's try to understand bubble sorting algorithm. The name bubble sort came to bubble sorting algorithm because the element that has to be in the top position starts as a bubble and reaches out to the final or its destination. If we just observe, if we have a water in a bucket, the bubble will be generated at the bottom and it will be propagated to the top of the surface. Similarly, in this array, the element that has to move forward, or if it is greater than, it will move in the right direction, and at the end of the complete iteration, how the bubble has floated at the top of the surface, the topmost element will move to the final position. Let's see how it happens. Both of these elements will be compared. 7 is greater than 1, so it will be swapped and it will be moved further. The comparison at the second position is over. Now the comparison moves to the third position. Both of this will be compared. They have to be interchanged. And finally comparison happens at this place and both of them will be interchanged. If we just observe, 8 is the largest element in this array, and at the end of the first iteration, 8 has moved towards its respective position. In a similar way, how bubble has moved to the top, 8 has moved or floated through the entire array and it has moved to the final position. If we just repeat the process, 1 and 7 are in respective positions, 7 and 2 needs to be exchanged. So this happens. We have finished the comparison at second position. Now the comparison at third position happens. 7 and 5, both of them needs to be exchanged. 7 and 8 are good to go. Now at the end of the second iteration, we have 7 at the end of the array and 7 was in its correct position. This is how bubble sort happens, and if you observe at the complexity of bubble sort is order of n square. We can optimize bubble sort if the array is already sorted. Suppose there are some of the cases where we get sorted array as such for input. If we want to sort this array, we will be comparing these two positions and then we will be comparing the next position and the final position. If you just observe, swapping has not taken place at any position of the array. When the swapping has not taken place at any position, then it indicates that array is already sorted. We can actually keep a variable, let's say bubble. Initially we set it to 0. If the swapping happens, we will change the value to 1. At the end of one iteration, when the index moves from the 0th position to the last index, we can check the value of bubble. If it is 0, then swapping has not occurred and the array is sorted. We can abort the algorithm. In this case, the complexity falls down drastically to order of n. So bubble sort is having the best case complexity of order of n, and in some of the cases the complexity turns out to be order of n square. It is also in place sorting algorithm as we do not require any extra space. It is also called as a stable sorting algorithm.